Hi everyone, welcome to the playoffs. It is playoffs o'clock, everyone. Woo! So, I'm REBBRL versus Hodgie and Bob, who are my mentees, and Rand, of course. We'll be taking each other on. They should be just about in now, so I'm going to jump straight in. I am running ever so slightly late because I had to use the lavatory, of course. Let's find out his name. It is an Orc Bowl. It is the first of the playoffs, and we're in.
My good friend, Bob Bifford.
Hi there. You've made a good choice. You're about to play the greatest game in the world. Blood Bowl.
So yes, just me casting it today. I will keep an eye on chat, so if you are joining us, then do let me know that everything's working all right and that you can hear me and see everything, etc., etc. Been a while since I commentated on the game I wasn't playing, actually, because I've been kind of slacking in that regard. So, it looks like Hodgie and Bob will be defending first, with the Bengals. As you can see, the Bengals, the key difference between them is that the Bengals do have a troll who is guarded up. Hi guys, hi Rand, hi Major, I think you're a newbie, so welcome to my channel. As I mentioned as I was going live, hey Zoom, as I mentioned as we were going live, both of these guys are my mentees, so I have to be entirely impartial here. I've given neither of them advice on how to play against each other. As far as I'm aware, Rand hasn't either, so it should be an interesting one. It could come down to who blinks first or who gets that lucky removal. Looks like REBBRL is going with a sort of left-hand drive here. Oh no, maybe he's just delaying while he figures out where he's putting everything. Starting with the blocks on the line. So yeah, as you can see, both teams pretty well developed in terms of blocks. We've got 2 blockers here. We've got 3 for Hodgie. We have a jump-upping blitzer. We have some mighty blow kicking about here and there. I would say of the 2, Hodgie has the slightly more developed team, although the old tackle guard blitzer here could be pretty spicy. Not that anyone has dodge, because they are orcs, so they will just be punching each other a lot. Rule of 5, quite shallow here. Lineman and the troll on the line, so accepting that the punches are going to come in. Looks like we're tidying up into a wall of block formation, and we have a dirty player. A wrestle player, rather. Wrestle player. Wrestle is always good. I'm talking really fast. I'll slow down. As I said, it's been a while since I've commentated on anything, so it should be interesting. Kick goes very shallow. Kick-off return, obviously, is a thing. I don't know yet. Sven's in sprinting up there. And it's perfect defence. So the Bengals can set up, essentially, to try and close that out. That's a nasty place for that ball to fall, because it could, if it scatters back behind the line though, that's a touchback. So we will see what happens there. Anchoring things on his right, our left. We are of course following the direction of play. Yeah, it's not a legal defence at the moment, so he is going to have to change it. Too many wide right. It will tell him that he's got too many wide right. So we're probably going to see this Black Orc step back in to cover the lino, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Switches them round. Keeping that wall of block up. With the blocks tied up, that means the strength deficit here is pretty hard to overturn. But if there's a touchback, that could prove a little nasty. We'll see where this ball scatters to. But it's an interesting start. An interesting start. I have seen both of these players play, obviously, so I kind of understand their styles a bit, but I'm going to keep my cards close to my chest in terms of predictions and things. Yeah, the PD is not a touchback. It has gone out to the sideline, so that's a pretty iffy place for it to land. I mean, ideally it would have gone back over the line, or maybe a square back, but unfortunately that's not what's happened. It is a pretty bad scatter. I would not like to see that. That's possibly the worst place it could have gone to. So it's going to be interesting to see how Amarella copes with that. Expect to see a fair degree of considered play from him. It's something that he's been working on all season. Both these teams have pretty good records. Amarella, of course, being undefeated in college play so far. That would be about the size of it for me. Yeah. That's what I would think would be happening, but we will see. Apologies if my Discord gets in the way. I didn't turn off my notifications. Alright, so here we go.
Welcome back,
Yeah, it will just be a one die.
A great game so far. We seem to be having a little dull moment, but it'll pick up any second now, I promise.
I've played on this pitch before.
Here comes the
Jim.
blitz.
We lost, if I remember right. Lost
Gets a
the
power
ball.
straight off the bat.
Couldn't find it under a big pile of corpses. I was a little grumpy that day. Hey, what's that?
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenade zoom, I'm afraid. Okay, so you see a Lino punch in for the assist. We may see some punches along the line here. Really, I would have liked to have seen the pickup attempt go in. I can kind of understand why it hasn't. Closes up the gap a little bit. Now you almost think that what he may do is pick up and then dodge back a bit, or move back a bit, there's no dodge involved, in order to try and get these hits in on the line and hope that he can kind of lessen some of the pressure. Yeah, we're seeing more cover come back. And here goes the pickup attempt.
Yes, they've picked
And he
up
picks
the
it up straight away.
ball. Whoopie-dee-doo.
And scoots back. I mean, I would probably have tried for a GFI hit just to get away from there. This is fairly easy dice here. But the hit's going in. This could all come down to a lucky removal. That's a big one die there. But we are going to have to see, I think maybe, yeah, it's probably going to have to be a Black Orc hit here if he wants to take down Battlefield Bad Company in order to get dice on the troll. I suppose you could just hit here really, but we will see.
Unity is strength.
Goes for the one die again, pushes the troll back.
He got himself out of a dangerous situation.
That troll is still in position to not suffer from really stupid, so in theory should see him getting right back in it next turn. Pushes off so that there's less hits to go in, but old Wrestly Boy here might be in a bit of trouble. I think what you do is you blitz Bilka. But we will see what direction of travel Hodgie goes in. Everything's kind of pulled off to this right hand side by that far off kick, so the left hand side is less important. Troll goes straight back in as we expected him to. Just lines them all back in, ties up that front. All of them back in. Just straight up punch up on the line. This is pure Orc at its finest. High octane action, shall we say. Oh god, the puns have come out. Oh, armor break, first one. Just a stun.
That's gold-plated brutality right there. You can always trust a Black Orc to bring the pain.
So I think we may well see a hit here. Ideally, you're probably blitzing here. Removes the guard. But we will see. We will see. Yeah, in comes guard. Block hit goes in. Steps in on the ball. Here comes the blitz. Oh! Fails the GFI. It's an unfortunate one. Debates it for a second and opts for the reroll. Gets the hit this time though.
So am I. Just one more step.
There's a valiant defensive attempt by Bunasilma there, but the rewinding powers of the wizards have foiled his defensive attempt. Oh, another armor break. And that's a KO. KO on the wrestler. That was, I'm trying to think if there was an overhead chop. Overhead chop. Flying overhead chop. Like a Kali brain chop. We want to go into wrestling with the wrestler. Inducement, I did not see. We have a bribe on the table for the Smasherz and a babe. And that's it. Bribe and a babe. So we could see some fouling go on, although we are currently one player down on the Smasherz side. Stands him up. So Hari Haitaya, I'm terrible at pronouncing the names of Amarella's team, is in a bit of a conundrum here. Do you try the dodge out? With this block down, this line's looking a bit shakier.
This player
Oh,
likes to be well
throws the hit.
fight.
Debating whether to follow, I guess. Takes him down. No armor break. Amarillo pondering his options here. Yeah, I think the babe is definitely worth it. Steps out like it ain't even a thing. That is a nimble orc we see there. So, as you can see, Tony Hawk's Underground is currently on the subs bench. And Pam 2, the lineman, is on the subs bench. So slightly more... Yeah, maybe he wanted to foul the troll. It's possible to try and overturn that strength deficit. Not always the best of options, given the old regen. But you never know, you might get lucky.
Time traveler with Nurgle's rot travels through history, infecting everyone.
So currently a little bit isolated, but we haven't seen the blitz come in yet. Like, the problem here is that Bunasilma is stopping Baldur's Gate from looping round and starting to squeeze in from this side. But with the huge commitment of players over on this side, it is conceivable that you could try and whip it round this side, open something up from there. Here comes the blitz.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle.
Gets the hit.
Should be good.
Do we see an armor break? We do not. That's unfortunate. Could work on clearing this line off a bit though. In comes the lineman for an assist.
If ever I saw one.
Block hit just gets a push.
Hey, that play looked
At the moment, this is the worrying part. You have... Oh, dodges out. You have a single block in the way here. Unless this block thins out some of this horde somehow, then you could well be in trouble, because all it takes is that one hit, block on block, and then you can bring some players in. You have a jump up player here who can move in once that block is out of the way and get a hit on the ball.
Two big goons that get together and fall on you.
Troll hit.
Really
Brave stuff. Goes for the block rather than the jump up. Bouncy bouncy. Doesn't pay off. But sticks a player on the ball. Now here we go. Bit of a chomping of the line going on. But I'd like to see this jump up player come up as well. Perhaps bring Left 4 Dead in to tie up this block alongside the troll. Guard comes in. So we see a mighty blow hit on a blitzer. As we get, more likely we have to see something like this happen. That's just a stun. I think you've got to bring Baldur's Gate round. He ain't doing much over there, just blocking off that avenue.
Up, up, and away.
And there we go, there's the jump up. Runs off to block off that avenue of escape, I guess, rather than putting more pressure on the ball. I guess with the block here able to stand up next turn, then there's a prime opportunity to blitz off the block on the ball. It ties up all of the players. So that blitzer is looking like he's going to play safety, just in case Amarillo can break through.
moved right next to a teammate.
There we go.
This could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
So I think we may well see another dodge attempt here. Once the players down on the field get up. But he is essentially stuck with a blitz and a dodge here. Liner comes in to provide an assist. Here comes the blitz.
That's a solid formation.
Gets the
I want
hit.
to see the opposing team have
Now
a
you
go
push
at
him
the
away.
ball now.
Nicely done. I think if I'm him, I'm pushing back again. No, maybe not. Yeah, there's a nice little chain push on here. You could push free someone to cover. Yeah. So you're covering the bases a little bit.
Sitting down.
Ooh, big stun.
There'll be trouble with the unions if this can.
But now how do you free up this side of the pitch to do anything with? Unless he wants to try going back this way. But that seems rather a risky proposition at this point in time. There's a big stun. Yeah, Hodgie's straight up stifling it, yeah. But this could just turn up into a massive rock in the middle of the field, with neither side really gaining an advantage, especially if this ball can keep free. He does need to move this ball carrier, but there's not really all that many good places to move it to. And you've got uphill dice here. Ooh, that's a reroll burned. I think I would have preferred to have seen
Twinkle toes there.
that happen to here, but I can see why that was considered more of a risky proposition. But we're currently looking at strength deficit here, strength deficit here. So neither of these are attractive blocks, and that's the only real way to get any more forward motion in this direction at the moment, given that the only other player who hasn't taken an action other than the thrower himself is currently stuck, sandwiched between blocks. He's basically surrounded. This blitzer at the back here, Bomberman, aptly named, is posing quite the threat just by standing at the back there, loitering around, looking mean. Without him there, it would be tempting perhaps to run your ball carrier into behind Daniel Kovanerki and take the hit here. But with him lurking there, he can easily loop round over the top and get a hit on the ball if you do that. Hey Torila, nice to see you, man. Torila being our other mentee, as there are two of us like proud parents to our 3 orc children. You didn't miss much, Torila. There was a very shallow kick that landed here and then scattered to here, along with a perfect defence, which allowed Hodgie to plop a couple of Black Hawks on it. And since then, it's just been a lot of squeezing and a bit of dodging on Omarella's part. Okay, so he does run him back to this sort of area. But again, this is a very fragile line. And red dice just to end the turn. I get why he took that. I'm not sure I would have done. It was an extra player that needed to get knocked over. Should pretty much collapse this side now. Although Hodgie does have some decisions to make as to who hits where. Instant reroll. Takes him down. Do we see the troll hit and then a hit on the ball? Do we see Blitz the League come back over? Although there's not really that far he can get to. Okay, here we go. That's a bouncy. That's a couple of those that we've seen so far. People keep saying bouncy like around me in my real life. Like my little niece said bouncy today because she was talking about her new trampoline. She's only like 3. And as a consequence, I got kind of... Yeah, Troll has no assist at the moment. So he needs to do something about that because otherwise... Oh, here we go. Yeah. We have a freed up blitzer, so we could well see that blitzer loop round to put more pressure in this area and provide that assist for the Troll. Otherwise, that Troll... 50-50 on whether he does anything. If he doesn't do anything, that's his tackle zone's gone, and that's his assists gone. Because really stupid is really bad. Yep, there we go. Troll has an assist now. However, that does close off the channel for getting someone to the ball easily. Oh, any really stupids.
Did this guy leave
there we
his
go.
brain in the dugout?
Snakes the Troll. Well, it's half a snake. It's a one-eyed snake, if you will. Don't you pull that face at me, Zoom. Right, so Blitz comes in. Gets the hit. Blork stays alive, and now we have pressure on the ball, and there's a lineman who can loop round 2. And a second blitzer. Yeah, that's looking quite thorny for Omarello. This thrower has been earning his money doing the dodging this time round. Nice thrower sandwich. Straight up pow down here. takes care of some of the assist ability. Here we go. Let's see what REBBRL can do in this situation. You got 2 lots of guard in here, which kind of ties up these guys to the point where it's very difficult to see anything happening with them. You do have a blitzer down the field here. You've got a Black Orc here who conceivably could punch off this guy, but regardless of what happens here, you're going to have to take some pretty nasty dodges. Perhaps his best option would be to somehow get rid of Banjo-Kazooie and then go from there, but again, I'm not seeing all that many options for doing that. Yeah, 2-die blitz out, dodge potato is about the only thing that he has going for him at the moment. So you stand up here, bring him in here, perhaps bring him in for an assist, blitz out with... You could in fact blitz out with the thrower as long as these guys are tied up, because there's no guard here, and then run using the thrower out and round as a potato.
There's a couple pretty good players on the field, Jim. They're just hiding.
Yeah, I don't think going back is really an option on turn 4. If you do that, you're probably not going to score. And at the moment, it's looking difficult for him to score, but not completely impossible or out of the realms of possibility. There might be some really rough dice rolls going on here, but we have seen a pushback here, so we could see a blitz attempt come in from Aksu here. I would be blitzing Banjo-Kazooie. I would be tempted, though, to bring in for assists and then blitz with the thrower. Use the free square movement to get away, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got a block here who can come in and cover.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
I think you want to stand that block up first, though. Yeah, looks like he's going for that. I would want to see this block come in as well, just to provide a bit more cover, just in case things go wrong. And he does.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insect.
Wouldn't they be better
Oh, he's
dodging out
going
of the way
diagonally
rather
up
than
and to the
drop
left.
the ball?
That's...
No. Strike first, run later. That's always been
do
my...
we see a dodge? He's definitely debating it. And he dodges. Yeah. Gets the hit as well. Oh, big stun.
Orcs. The darker they are, the harder they hit.
Yeah, this thrower has ice water in his veins. That's his 3rd dodge that he's taken without having to use a reroll. Orcs don't normally dodge like that. Troll hit straight away. Brave stuff. That was a troll hit as well, and that was with, I believe, a pass on the old really stupid.
That player is looking rather smug for remaining upright. Pride comes before...
Crushing inwards. Trying to get that hit, perhaps, with Bomberman viable. Yeah, green elves and ham, everyone. Yeah, this is we've not seen really any removals. There's been a knockout, but only on a lineman, and that's about it. Just the odd stun here and there. So very cagey stuff from the elves. They haven't quite got their punching game in. They're kind of wondering why they're punching their mates, I guess.
I trained week after
Here we
week
go.
doing this.
Dodges out like it ain't even a thing.
Gravity was too strong.
One die goes in, gets the hit.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball.
Oh, ball scatters to him. He re-rolls it to see if he can catch it.
That's kind of the fun.
And he fails it. But that's a pretty good scatter. Could just step in with a GFI if you really want to. I'm not sure you do though. It was a greedy reroll, yeah. I think I would have just left it. Perhaps he was concerned about it scattering back towards that block in front of him. Goes to the pickup, gets it on the third attempt. Just a push this time. Not actually that helpful, as this currently means that Amarillo has players on either side. But yeah, this is some spicy play. Seeing two coaches who really don't want to go home. But that is now the Bengals down to 0 rerolls, while Amarillo has 2 with which to recover in the last couple of turns. And another push, this time with a lino. Ooh, pushes him off without following.
Has an assist.
Gets the hit in on Becker. Debating whether to follow it up or not. Oh, and it's an injury to Becker. That's big.
They're going to be carrying that
Just a badly hurt.
around for the rest of their short life.
I think you have to eat that. Oh, he appos it. Wow. Appos it straight away. Hey, Mikkel. There is some murder going on, but not very much. Like, we've only got 1 injury and a knockout so far. But yeah, that was some power appoing going on right there. Just burns it on turn 4. Alright, so where do we go from here then? I think we perhaps see a hit here, assist here, punch here, blitz on the ball here. That's maybe what I would do. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the right call. I know I said you probably have to eat it, but yeah, if you're going to have to force a defensive score, you kind of want those blitzes, especially with that strength deficit. So it's pretty spicy. Gets him over. So we now have a couple of players freed up. I think you have to take that hit on the ball. Perhaps you bring the lino up for an assist. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is playoffs. You either get spicy or you lose. It is true. That is exactly the way to look at it. Playing conservatively is how Visk got dumped out of the playoffs last time, I think. And a lot of bad luck on his part. I remember calling that game with Rand, I believe. But yeah, you kind of have to get spicy and take those risks to keep your head in there. Of course, those risks can see your head getting chopped off. Even if you win, if you've got no team left to play your next round game, then you're pretty screwed. There we go, goes for the hit.
This could be a sack.
And he gets
I
it.
love it when that happens. They've left the ball carrier exposed. There could
Now,
be
are we going to see a
counter
dodge attempt to go and pick that ball up? Very good. I think we might. I would like to see a hit go in here so you can free this lineman up to come up and assist as well. But I can see the temerity there. Bilka at the moment is playing safety, but I think I'm going to bring Bilka up to support us in some capacity as well. Because there's a lot of players around who can, in theory, get in on that ball. Yep, hit goes in, gets the hit. And drops him. So this is still doable for Amaretto. There is still a pathway to scoring here, but it's going to involve some dice rolls. He does have those 2 re-rolls in his back pocket, 4 turns in which to use them. Again, just dodges straight off like it ain't even a thing. Now the question is, where do you go from here? Because there are a whole bunch of choices, and not all of them, and not very many of them are that great. Hawks on Ice, yeah. It's like the Rick Wakeman version. We just need some keyboard. I should have put the synthwave on, shouldn't I? Very nice. I think you got to bring Pum up. Here he comes. I'm not sure about that one. I kind of get it, but I think I would have liked to have seen Pum get up a bit further and defend Harry Haitia, who's still a bit potato out there. 4 out of 4 dodges. Probability does say he'll fail the next 2, but this is Blood Bowl, so who knows what's going on with probability. Good work there. It's another dodge that just went off as well. Covering Bladestorm. I think Bladestorm has to get up so you can make a troll hit if that's what you're going to do. Maybe take the hit here first. Step in. Hit here. Bladestorm dodges out. Gets up for the assist. Then you take the jump up hit on Harahita and hope. But we are playing no reroll Blood Bowl here.
Haha, here's some friends.
Assist round here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, maybe going for the blitz on Bunasilma. Blitz the blitzer, marking the guard blitzer. Yes. That's what I think your option is. Blitz from here, round onto here. Up you come, bring him up to support, jump up here on the ball carrier.
The players arrive to assist their teammate.
Is he gonna, yeah. He may well actually use the blitz because this is a jump up. Use the blitz on here. Tag up here, yeah. I would have taken this blitz already. Oh, he's blitzing with the Mighty Blower. He is messing up his pushes. Doesn't help him. He should have taken the blitz here because he could have used the blitz there to just run around. Troll hit. Troll hit does the job though. Oof. So here we go. This is yep, there we go. Tagged up. So now we see the jump up hit, but this is going to be a 1 die. Gets it. Ouch. Oh, and a stun. Yeah, Blork could have blitzed that, it is true. But that is the ball down, so despite the kind of tortuous path in which Hodgie took to get there, it comes off. He's got a hit here. Just a push this time, though. That's a very squidged looking team right now. And there we are. So this again is recoverable. There is a possibility for recovery here. Gets the hit. Yeah, this is just a straight up punch up. But we have a lineman free now. I think you're probably taking a hit here. Because if you can free up this blitzer, you can pick up with him. And then run him straight through the middle. But then you've got these 2 blocks here, sitting pretty, waiting to come and beat you up. Right, so we see the hit. Yeah, the tackle piece needs to be the one going for the ball here. this lineman needs to go up and try and tie up these blocks for at least a turn if you're going to hope to score. But to do that, you're going to have to take this hit here, and that ain't a favourable hit.
Did you know, and I think
It's interesting to see the possibilities, but there are plenty of possibilities and none of them look particularly good. Okay.
Tasty.
Oh! Reroll comes out. That's a push.
That's it. Force 'em back and then...
Now that's an interesting one. Do you pick the ball up and then... Do you blitz onto the ball and then hit him? Because he's going to have to pick up here. But he hasn't actually used the blitz yet. Now the other possibility is you blitz here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pick up here. So you've got sort of a weird cage, but a cage of some sort. He's doing it. He's going to go for the blitz hit.
The opposing team has paid the price.
You take the follow, and then you potato. I think you just go 4. I don't think you've got a choice here, mate. I think you've got to take the GFIs and just hope that you get them. Right now, he's got 2 blocks he can get onto that ball. You need to go 1 to the left and 1 up, I think. Nope, he's opted not to. Oh, and an injury.
these black hawks are extremely useful.
That is just a lino who goes down with a smashed hand. It's
We're
MNG.
going to spend time on the bench.
I don't think you're Apple in that one. So we won't see the power upper come out there. That overturns the deficit in players. There we are. Yeah. The jump up, you are correct. So if it is just a dodge and a hit off, my concern though is that these blocks can double GFI to get onto the ball, whereas if he was here, he's not going to. But that is the bench down. I like to take those troll hits first. I guess if they go wrong, it gives you plenty of time to figure out what you're going to do otherwise. Yeah. Jump up dodge is 4+. That is correct. I didn't actually spy that. Well spotted. Alright, so we have 2 blocks coming in. Odd, you don't have no rerolls. You are completely correct there. REBBRL can score on his next turn if this 4+ doesn't go off. He's not risking it. So this could very well be the crucial turn of the half. The crucial play of the half even. Crucial click even. 4+ dodge, no rerolls to get a 1 die on the ball. Oh. Goes for the dodge, fails it. That's a score. I think if you're REBBRL, you just take the score here. You don't do anything else. You need that down, even if it means a turn of punching. You can stall. I mean, you do have these 2 players here who can come in and tie up these blocks, so that is true, but I think with the jump up player sitting back here as well, you are running a bit of a risk. I think, yeah, you could stall. You do have that reroll, so you can reroll a... yeah, I think you did mix up the orcs because they are looking similar. I think they actually have the same colour scheme normally, hence why one team are just playing in grey armour now. But yeah, so I can't really see a particularly good, safe way of stalling here. I think that's a good move here because it means the jump up is going to have to dodge through tackle zones in a pretty unpleasant way. It looks like he may well be going for the stall here.
Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Blitz here to free him up so he can run back through. Yeah. No, just a punch. Ooh. Oh, and that's a big one. Banjo-Kazooie goes down. That's an MNG as well. And the Apo comes out. Oh, and it's an MNG to a niggle. Oh, that's rough. That is definitely rough. And that's the touchdown. I figured that would probably be the case. He took that little cheeky hit at the end there, it paid off. Both Apos gone in the first half. Well, that was an unfortunate Apo fail for Hodgie. But he played very well that half. He tried to close it out, and just didn't get the luck that he needed. So we will switch around to follow Hodgie's plays. So Boom did not get back up, so the recipe doesn't come back on, but both benches have now been emptied. Two-turn touchdown with Orcs. I mean, it's conceivable, but it's blimmin' tough. Setting up for rule of 5. I'm not sure why he's not just setting them all back up, but back up on the line. But I guess, yeah, he did get a reroll. So Hodgie gets a reroll back with that leader piece. This should be chevrons. I'm not sure why he hasn't gone chevrons here. I'm wondering if he's mindful of the turn timer here and thinks that he may need to get in and mix it up. But yeah, I would have gone chevrons for this. This isn't going to stop a two-turn. And it's a quick snap as well, which does help. I think you want to be taking one of these blitzers out into here maybe, so that you've got an option. It's a favourable scatter.
Be gone, fell demon! Plague fly in my coffee.
This is going to be decisive. That's a strike made with
straight punch
and precision. It's not always about sheer muscle or size.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going for the two-turn. I'm kind of trying to figure out what it is he's going to be going for here.
He's about to get punched above and below.
Oh, we do have a free blitz in it, near enough. I mean, you'd need to blitz him to get it, but... Yeah, it doesn't look like he is.
To come out on top.
Almost superior skills.
Can't really see what you do to orchestrate a two-turn here. He may just be going for the punches. Go for a foul, perhaps? Who are you fouling with if you're doing that? Foul with the troll. Goes for the foul with the blitzer. Brave stuff. Gets a KO. Doesn't get sent off for it. Yeah, no two-turn, I don't think. That's some weird... No, there isn't. There's no way. Troll Blitz. The dreaded Troll Blitz comes in. And fails. Fails the reroll. Loner Troll gets clumped. Morello dodges the bullet of not going for chevrons on that one. Yeah, I kind of would have liked to have seen Hodgie go for that, but I kind of get why he didn't. Everyone still hear me alright? I did just mute it, and I seem to be hearing myself at least. But sometimes it decides to glitch out. Time to foul that troll, for sure. That troll is down in a prime foul position. You have a bribe. Excellent. Thanks, Sue. You have a bribe. I think if you're gonna take a bribe and you overturn that player deficit, then you really need to just be fouling that troll. Doesn't look like that's what he's going for though.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Looks like we're seeing a hit going on the block.
Around that lone player, like halflings round a
Pushes him out.
That's quite nice. Even seem.
Foul the troll, Morello. Foul the troll. Yeah, here we go. I think we're seeing the foul come in. I think you use your thrower here for the foul. Yep, that's what he's doing. I think it's the thrower you're going to foul with here. Oh, bribe comes out. And the referee accepts the bribe with my favourite little animation in the game. Usually because it means I fouled someone and they've left the pitch. I do like to foul. Clud finally got dirty player back and then got injured, so hopefully we'll see some more fouling in majors. Oh, skulls it. That was unfortunate. That's what happens when you have no rerolls left. So, first half, Morello's in the driving seat for sure, although Hodgie does not have a DP line. Nor does Morello, for that matter. Much as I extol their virtues, neither of them have quite got there yet. Morello dislikes fouling because of that happening, although he did have the bribe for it. Hodgie, I think, is less kind of hesitant about fouling, but no deep here, unfortunately. Okay, so rule of 5 makes sense defensively. I'm not entirely sure what I've done with this vape juice. There we go, now it is open. Sorry about the cracking and creaking in the background. At least the chair isn't farting there. Alright, so let's see how Hodgie's going to play this one. It's not a unoverturnable situation. That's not even a word. But it's not great either. Yeah, I mean, I foul without a bribe, because fouling is underrated sometimes. Especially against teams with crap armour. And hey, if you get dirty player Lino sent off, it's just a Lino. All he was going to do was foul people anyway. Reroll management will be huge this half, especially because of extra time.
Okay.
So, changing weather to nice. Oh! That's a touchback. There is injuries, Flaming Dude. You are correct to ask. We have 2 blitzers down. He actually took the niggle on Banjo-Kazooie, so we may be seeing Banjo-Tooie come out soon. And we got a MNG on Lemmings. Just missed the hit, but it was wrestle and wrestled him down. Push with the troll. Gets the hit on the line-out. No armor break though. But yeah, so we have a knockout with Pun 2, the lineman, taking a bit of a nap. But no injuries for Amarella yet. He did use his Apo turn 4 though. Oh yeah, sorry, I do need to switch sides, don't I? My bad. Thanks, Moose. Yeah, cycling throws, if you use them, they don't get doubles of stats. I agree with that. I am very hesitant to get rid of any player who has experience, though, and my thrower has actually been pretty good. So, here we go. Where's the blitz coming in? We are seeing a screen form up. I think what we're going to do, perhaps, is just kind of hold the line and blitz up into Baldur's Daniel with Baldur's Gate. You're getting rid of an entire team of experienced players. Are you just shedding cheap beers like they're going out of fashion? Not that they were ever in fashion. Okay, blitz goes in on the right hand side. I have received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Isn't that nice? Thank you all for being here. So we're going to see a very slim and trim cheap beer chuggers in the majors then, I guess, or in the OSI, if you're joining us for that. I will actually be participating, I think. I'm not sure about this. Like, you can kind of loop around here and start putting some pressure in on this side. But I can see what he's going for. Oh, won't be seeing them at all. You're not taking them to majors. That's a shame. Oh, of course I won't be. You will be in the other league. We will be separated. There will be an ocean between us. So we'll be seeing you in Division 5 next season. As is my want, as I'm a stubborn bastard, the Soul Touchers will be going into majors if they survive the open season invitational. Given that I tend to play teams on 2 destruction, as anyone who's seen me play the Noobtown Craters will know, as they are kind of balked. So what are you going for? What are you running into? I did see something about Necro somewhere. Abandoning as greenskins. Yeah, Necro. Cool. Should be interesting then. It's not a radical departure, but it's radical enough. I really like playing a KG, playing a defensive. I've taught him not to push too far forwards on defence because with orcs it can leave you hopelessly out of position. So he may just tighten up and just let Hodgie come at him. Now where are we seeing this blitz come in? I think we're seeing it on the block. Baldur's Gate gets hit over. Ooh. And that's a KO. That's a big KO.
Look at that thing. Yes, the unmistakable sign of a player
Natural claw, baby. Yeah.
up into his head.
Moving 8 pieces with natural claw is just spicy. As soon as they get blocked, they get really spooky. That's why you always foul the wolves if you get the chance. Yeah, that's true, but even so, they're still pretty horrible, and wolf ball carriers can be nightmarish. But yeah, we're just seeing some line punching going on here. I'm really playing it very cautiously at the back there, not over-committing pieces. Waiting for Hodgie to make his move. I think that's the right strategy here. It's interesting, runs him up into the back there. It's going to cage him right on the line here.
Can the other team steal it away?
And this is a based cage right at this minute. And if this troll hit fails... Here comes the troll,
Two big guys
and he gets a
always
push.
better than one.
So he has succeeded in caging up. Now you have a blitz to play with here. I think the only real obvious target is over here, though. Oh, here we go. Now seeing the blitz come in on the mighty blower, Barvo, who has levelled up. Just a push, though. It is the mightiest of pushes. Shoves him back. Are we going to see a lino hit? No, we are not. So the Smasherz hold the line for the time being. Looks like he's going to shift into columns here. Maybe playing safety with Becca, although ideally you want the tackler to be playing safety. Still, he's got guard and nothing else. There's no reason to use the tackler, actually, given there's no dodge on the field. I'm just talking from my own bitter experience, having to deal with lots of dodging teams last season. It goes in and gets a push.
You wearing perfume, Jim?
Toralai, you want to make an everything passing team.
Very different from perfume, Bob. You like it? It's called Rotting Cadaver by Tommy Hilfiger.
It goes in here. That is a stun on Left for Dead, who is left for stunned. There is now a free Black Orc. What do you do with him? I mean, you've got a blitz to use. You might as well use the blitz somewhere, but where are you going to use it? That is the question. You do like your off-meta teams. I quite like off-meta choices as well. I'm always interested to see them, and I think they can surprise people. Okay, so we're going to see the blitz come in on this side. I think if you're going to do that, then you need to run him back immediately afterwards, and you are kind of just throwing inner summer to the wolves. Just gets a push, though. Because with these guys over here, they're kind of out of position a little bit. Shoves him to the sideline. Runs him back. Solid defending here from REBBRL. I can't really see any huge issues with it at the moment. That cage can't really get all that far without being caught up on... Oh, double skulls comes out. Just a push. It rolls back into. That's alright.
Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths when I was good.
That's that reroll burned on something that wasn't really affecting the run of play, so that's not ideal. Are we going to see a troll blitz? This could get spicy. We are going to see a troll blitz. And the troll blitz just gets a push. But that is now a column that is based on two sides. I'm not so sure about this one though. You have two free players here. One of whom is a block with block, and one of whom is a guard piece. We are going to see a hit here, I think. Because if this hit goes in, then you can bring him around, and then you've got an assist, and you can tie up this block so he can't stop the assist from going in. If you can get that tackle on the ball, that ball probably ain't going anywhere.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
He may be baiting left to go for a handoff to the right. But I can see a ball hit going in here. You have the pieces to tie up the pieces to get that ball hit in. He's pondering. He's a pondering. Guard goes in.
Absolutely have to stop him. Or her. Whatever.
Your issue here, of course, is that troll is not an easy target to drop down. Here comes the ball hit.
I like this.
Oh, it's a push. Rerolls it straight away. Gets the hit. Ball is loose. Where does it bounce? It bounces out to the side. Not the ideal scatter, but not the worst one ever for Hodgie. Gets the hit in on the troll. Shoves him out. I think you flood that ball now. Might be time to commit the safety. Here we go. Bases the ball up from the corner. Makes the pickup more difficult, means he has to blitz to get him off. Piles in the Orcs. He goes for the pickup. And he gets it. Is he going to dodge off? He's not got a reroll. Oh, that was slick. Nice little hands off to Pam. I mean, there's an obvious step out to hit here. I'm not sure what he's doing there. Seemed like rolling dice for the sake of it. I would have probably done that at the end of the turn if I was going to do that. Blino gets up, runs in. I can see a bit of push play happening here. Yep, nicely done. Now you stand up the thrower. Yeah, if he chain pushed the block free, it would have worked pretty well. But I can kind of see what he's going for here. I think what he wants to do is orchestrate a hit on the ball and then pick up with the thrower, but I'm not sure that's going to work. He's going for the one die, so it could well do, in fact. There we go, so that is now a hit on ball, and you have a pickup in place.
Ball in danger.
Gets a hit on the ball. Pops the ball out. Steps in on it. I think you have to move this thrower. Steps in over the top of it. That's interesting. May just bracket it. No, oh, he fails. Debating it. He's debating it. Goes to the ball.
The player's taking the ball, and the end zone
Gets
is
the ball.
close.
You kind of have to step away here. Oh, troll really stupid. This is not going his way today, is it? I mean, yes, it's a lineman. all you really need to do is take a hit here, and you've got a free blitzer. You can run in, hit that ball. Or Black Orc straight in and down. Troll ain't going anywhere. Got another Black Orc here. It's a very precarious position that Hodgie finds himself in. Trolls are liabilities. I have one. He hasn't actually been a liability for the last couple of games, but I'm expecting it to happen pretty soon. So he's obviously thinking, having a good think about how he's going to extricate this ball. Oh, it's a pause. Troll liability or line orc mediocrity is the decision to make. It is true, unless you get lucky with the line orc levels, which you probably don't want in the first place. I made the decision to hire a troll because I was up against a team who massively outmassed me. Haven't regretted it, given that he leveled up and got blocked straight away, but yeah, they aren't the most reliable players.
Clan Skyer teams, Clan Eshin teams, and so on.
You lost me after Bob. Jim, don't talk to me for the next few downs.
Hey Ben, thanks for joining us. As you can see, it is currently 1-0 to Amarillo.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
Oh,
Should be good.
are we going to see a reroll come out there? Yeah, you would say something like that, wouldn't you? No, we just see the bouncy.
Put some force behind those punches.
But we are seeing that ball carrier get somewhat smothered. Still keeping the safety in play here as well. I mean, I'd probably bring him over a little bit now. That's where I probably ain't going back to the right anytime soon.
The attacker has an assist.
Hit goes in. That frees up a second blitzer. That is the tackle blitzer. It's been a surprisingly unviolent affair, considering it's two teams going in at each other, but then some more about positioning than just pure violence. They're not chaos teams. We do have some culture here. He says when he's just built a chaos team for upstarts. But you know, we have a couple of injuries. Banjo-Kazooie and Lemmings. And we have Knockout and Baldur's Gate. And then we have Knocked Out Pum number 2, or PUM number 2.
Yeah.
That
Smells
troll
like a good
is kind of
old-fashioned
stood
fight.
in the middle of the field on his own. Is he going to cooperate? He does. Ties up the safety. To what end? I think your option here is to dodge out and try and run away, but where do you even run to? May take something crazy like a punt out to here. Dodge 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he goes for the blitz. Now that is
My bad man.
something I
Gotta
didn't
bring
predict,
it.
but is
That's it.
quite
Throw the ball in their face.
excellent actually. Dodges out blitzes, goes potato.
Breaking the
Oh,
jaw.
fails the GFI. Sometimes the dice just aren't your friends. Gets it the second time. Is he going to risk another one? I'm not sure he is. But that's going to be pretty easy to
That's
demolish.
disappointing.
Bit of a bouncy bouncy. Loops over the top. Really wants that blitzer down, doesn't he? Bonasoma finally gets knocked over. Goes for the cheeky one die.
He's
Not
on him
really sure how
now.
that one
Like a
helps, but
halfling on a hot dinner.
who are we to judge? Now where'd you go from here? Because there's an easy hit here.
Ah, at least
Red
they have
dice. Oh,
teammates around.
just gets a push.
I wasn't expecting that. And by the looks of things, neither were they.
So that makes it slightly more difficult. Although there's just a hit here, and then you've freed him up. And you've got players who can come in for an assist. And you can take the hit here, and then use Anti for the blitz, and then pick up with Bilka. Basically everything on this side of the pitch now is almost completely
Put
irrelevant.
pressure on the ball. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, it goes for the safe one. Gets a stun as well. Runs a big stun.
Didn't fancy being struck by one of those fists either.
I think he'd probably run Bilka around to stand on top of the thrower just in case something goes wrong. And then you blitz in from the side, push him towards the sideline. Only issue there is that if the ball goes out of play, it's a problem. So you may, I think, you know, really you're playing to close this out. You're not necessarily playing to score again. So you punch him down, perhaps. I'm not sure. There's a few options here. You can probably run in and hit him from underneath. If you do that, you probably want to stand Bilka here so that if he does just get a push, then he just ends up to here and is still on all these players. Let's see where he goes for this. I think we want to stand up Bonasoma, even though Bonasoma's liable to get punched. You blitz with the blitzer? Yeah, blitz with the blitzer. Blitz down so that it pushes. Yeah, there is no block on the block. So that is what we're seeing. We are seeing him hit in from the side. Gets the hit.
The end zone is inside.
Pushes him down as I expected. So now he's hoping that the scatter.
Take them
Nice
down.
scatter. Now you stick the Black Orc on that and wall it off. Failing that, you bring the Black Orc in for an assist so that you can punch here, and then you bring the thrower around. Perhaps try and pick it up. Okay, takes the hit over on the side. Oh, big stun.
As effective as ever, these Black Hawks.
That Black Orc on Black Orc action has been pretty stun heavy today. There could be another dodge. I don't know, do you want to bring the Black Orc in to assist? He does. So we're going to see a mighty blow hit on the block. And then you can use the catcher to pick up and try and score again, I guess. Ah, unfortunate, just a push.
Good call. Intimidation is the key. It's one of my strengths when I was
So maybe we are going to see a dodge. We are, and he gets it again.
Quick and easy.
That catcher is just impossible to stop today. Alright, I think that's all you do. You leave it at that. There we go. Hit goes in. Big stun.
We can always count on black orcs to inflict
I'm
damage
kind
on
of
the
like
opposing
looking
team.
at this and going, I'm not really sure. What, do you just go with the ball hit? Yep. Goes with the ball hit.
They're attacking the ball carrier.
Gets the hit.
I know, Jim. I'm watching the same match.
Trying to punt it out to the sideline.
As effective as ever, these black orcs.
Scatter comes back in and sits right in front of him. That's an unpleasant dodge, but not impossible. I wouldn't want to do it though. Alright, so we are seeing the troll come back to life.
Go, big guy. Trample.
Just gets a push. Keeps that safety out though. I think he may be trying to take a dodge with his catcher now to get that pickup, which is going to be a crazy thing if it goes off. And then really, where does he go? Tucks back in on the sideline, but then stands straight up. Just leaves him down.
Now it's just a simple matter of getting the ball at their feet. It's never simple.
I think, yeah, it's going to be something along those lines. There could have been a punt attempt there, but I think what was really hoped for was that the ball would scatter out and then hopefully end up somewhere over here. He's kind of running out of options. But we now have a Noobtown attempt to recapture this ball that probably won't be all that difficult. But yeah, I think this might be the time where I'd be thinking about punting. Like if I'm early to pick this up, he lacks the thrower for it.
A loose ball is a dangerous ball.
But all you really got to do is move this Black Orc down, punt it out towards the Black Orc, and then hope that the pass goes off. If the pass doesn't go off and it lands somewhere near the Black Orc, then you've probably got the game in the bag. And you could always attempt to pick it up with the Black Orc and score as well, just to run the clock down. As long as you can tie up all these players, then you would be, in theory, fine.
Not up too much today.
There's the pickup. Gets the reroll. Brave play. Going in with the no block on that block. Ties up that corner. So we're going to see this Black Orc get up and move back. But beyond that, I can't really see what Hodgie does here. I mean, takes a hit here, perhaps. Thrower is basically the only conceivable scoring threat at this point in time. Unless he wants to oh, troll really stupids.
I've
Unfortunate.
seen mushrooms that look smarter.
Ooh. Gets a push. Use the blitz though. So I think he's just going to have to sit him around the corner. Yeah. There's nothing really other than that can come in and assist. You see the legendary black dodge attempt, which fails. And unless something goes drastically wrong, I'd say that's probably all she wrote.
Unity is strength.
This player, the attacker, smells weakness.
I think we're going to see a blitz down here, and then he's just going to run off. I would have done that too, but I would have been tempted to use the reroll.
At the same time.
I would have been tempted to take the blitz here because Barvo has the mighty blow and used this for an assist, but no need to add insult to injury, I think. So we're going to see Barvo come down, tie up this block, probably with Pam to help. That'll be it. No one can catch him now.
You'll get an assist now. Wuss.
Hits go in. Just a bouncy
Losing the
bouncy.
title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl.
Right.
Twinkle toes
Just a
there.
bit of pushing and shoving and jostling. Throw comes in. And there we go. We are seeing a wall come into play. And that is it. That is GG's. Troll hit on the wrestler, maybe.
In these conditions, it's
Throws the red
just
dice, gets the
crazy.
stumble.
Well, that'll shake things up.
No armor break. And there we go. It is. Messages will be going out. It will be Amarello marching on to the next round with a full squad for his opponent. No injuries on his side. Unfortunately for Hodgie, he did get a niggled blitzer, but fortunately for him it was a
Don't
rookie.
touch. That's it.
So,
Don't touch everybody.
rough game for Hodgie, I think. Scoreline a little unkind. He didn't play necessarily particularly badly.
I mean, why?
Just got a bit unlucky with a few of the rolls. There was a couple of ones in there that were pretty crucial as well. Burned re-rolls and made him have to kind of rethink what he was doing.
So many touchdowns.
Them's the breaks.
I've
That's
lost
Blood
count.
Bowl.
I mean, I can only
Buonasilma
count to
gets the level, and
3 anyway.
Borderlands
That was a lot,
gets the
right?
MVP. Borderlands gets the MVP and goes up a level as well. Let's take a look at the statistics. 56% possession for the Noobtown Smasherz. They were in the opposition's half with 31% of the time. 45 to 60, and 1 KO and 2 injuries, 2 KOs and 1 injury. So the Bengals have probably got to feel a little bit hard done by in terms of that. SPP wise, just 7 for Borderlands on the Bengals side, and then quite a lot for the Smasherz. We've got 6 for Bilka, 5 for Bunnasilma, 2 for Bavo, and 2 for Aksu. So that's 2 on a block as well, which is good. Dice rolls wise, I mean, these obviously, because of the way that they tabulate things, aren't the greatest reflection of anything, but as you can see, slightly more 5s and 6s than 1s and 2s, which worked in his favour, although a lot more 3s than 4s. Armour rolls, past 76% of them. Dodges, 100% success rate on those dodges, and 100% success rate on the going for it, which is probably the story of the game, really. Yeah, in terms of the Bengals, we had an 80% success rate on going for it, and we had a 50% dodge rate. Yeah, so casualty rate, 0 successes and 4 failures. Wake up after KOs, 0. Really stupid, he failed 3, which is about right.
Has a thriving black
And in terms of block dice, a lot more skulls than POWs, but not by a great deal.
Collectors are not bothered about waiting for the target
yeah, a lot more POWs than skulls, although a lot of both downs there. Fortunately for Amarello, most of those both downs were with players who had block. So yeah, that's where we're at. GG's Hodgie, that was a rough go around for you. You did not get lucky with a lot of those dice rolls, and when it counted, your luck wasn't quite in. You played well, both of you played well, in fact, and we will see you in minors, I guess, and hopefully you can continue your winning ways and get back on the horse. Will you be going into the postseason punch-up? Maybe not listening or typing away. But yeah, so really good game to watch. I know a lot of people find mirror matches kind of boring, but I quite like a good orc. Well, sometimes it just comes down to those injury dice and just the amount of stuns that you can inflict, and just that little bit of luck. The 0 dodge fail was pretty ridiculous. That thrower really earned his money. Yeah, man, I can understand being gutted. It's a rough thing to have happen. You know, you get to the playoffs, it's all exciting, and then you just can't get the dice. But like I said, you played well, you've got lots to take forward. Yeah, you got a niggled blitzer out of it and an MNG, but it's not the end of the world, and you can kind of take it forward from there. Did your blitzer with Mighty Blow level? I think he did, didn't he? So that's at least something. Who knows, he might get scary Mega Blitzer from that one. Yeah, it's kind of the curse of the Orc player. And when it's Orcs versus Orcs, it quite often comes down to who rolls best. Well, we will see you in the punch-up then, Hodgie. Hopefully you can get back on the horse and get back to winning ways. And it'll all be gravy. I'm going to have to bail out pretty quick. I was hoping that Amarello might jump in and join us. Perhaps he's hanging around. And yeah, we are where we are. We will be taking a look at Amarello's next opponent on Monday, I think, is when that game gets played. So that is the Battle of the Mentees over with for this year. Perhaps there will be another one next year. Oh, PO, lovely. Get that piling on. That's what you want. Piling on is a gorgeous thing. You already have the jump up blitzer. That jump up blitzer definitely needs piling on. But yeah, we will see where you're at in the punch up, and hopefully I will be able to cast that as well. I'm going to try to get back to casting more. I have obviously been neglecting that of late. For those of you who are wondering, there will be a charity stream. It's just I'm not sure when, because it turns out that I need to send Twitch things that I don't actually have at the moment. I expect he's probably breathing a sigh of relief that he got through that, to be honest. Like, it's a scary game to play at the best of times. So, especially with playoffs, there's a lot of pressure involved. And yeah, commiserations, man. I know that that wasn't the result that you were hoping for. Hey, I'm Morello. GG's, man. Well played. Congratulations on the win, and you're marching on to the next round. You failed 0 dodges in that game and 0 go for it, so that's quite something. I think Zoom might be a bit of an Ibarello fan. But I have prior commitments, so yeah, there was definitely a hefty dollop of luck involved in that one. I have prior commitments, so while I would love to have you guys chat it out for a while, I am going to have to bail out. And thank you all for joining me. Well done to both of you for a good game. Congratulations to Imarello, commiserations to Hodgie, and we'll see how it goes from here. So cheerio, guys. Enjoy watching it back and listening to me just waffle on my own for a while, and not pay enough attention to chat as usual. So catch you all later. Peace.
I don't see why I gotta take notice of them now.